All right, it's the rundown. December 8th, right?
I think so.
December 8th. Yesterday was Pearl Harbor.
The holiday months just blend. It's you never know what's up or down or what day it is.
Quit using shitty, scratchy toilet paper and switch to Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes are extra large flushable wipes made with plant-sourced fibers designed to give your butt a cleaner, more refreshing finish than toilet paper ever will after you drop a deuce.
All the spokes when you're done. Every single spoke.
It's refreshing. It says refreshing. It is very refreshing. It's like a shower in the middle of the day. Dude Wipes will change your life, but your butt will thank you, and you'll never look at an empty toilet paper roll the same way again.
True.
You can find everything at Amazon or Dude Wipes, Walmart, Target, nationwide. Go to dudewipes.com and use Rundown20 for 20% off your entire order.
I'd say follow them on social too, because me and Dude Wipes, every now and then we go back and forth a little bit.
Do some sketches?
Not just for dudes.
They snuck in there when somebody shit all over the door at Chicago's office today.
Oh,
Yeah.
White Sox Dave tweeted that out. Someone had a...
Can we show that?
I don't know.
Because that was
I think we got
brutal.
to. I mean, you're just documenting the
It almost
day.
looks like someone took a cup of coffee, not Stella Blue.
Oh,
bad
my
man.
God.
So that
Wow.
person,
Door.
just breaking it down, let's see, how tall do you think that person is? I'm going 5'8".
I'm thinking this was someone out jogging very early in the morning.
No.
Emergency hit, and then bam, because it's very hydrated.
A jogger wouldn't be that disrespectful. That's someone who intended ill will.
I
Right
don't
on the
know.
glass
Their
like
butt
that?
intended
Yeah, I
ill
mean,
will
you
no
can
matter
see
what.
where like the concentration is. It's
why
not
am
at
I
the top,
staring?
but it's in the middle. And the top that you're seeing is a little splatter that goes up. So what I'm actually thinking is somebody stood there, I would actually say about 5'10", dropped down just a touch, and with the force, that's how you got that splatter. That
Okay.
was basically dextering.
Should be in forensics.
You're like a crime scene investigator for.
It's been a skill for a long
splatter
time.
pattern.
I'm glad to have a professional.
Between
on this
being a
rundown.
dog handler and being a dad for nearly 20 years or 18 years, I
Yeah.
know something about shit, my friend.
Have you ever had
Fair
to poop in like the middle of the city, someplace where you definitely shouldn't be pooping?
No, but Kate had to whenever she was deployed. She had
Yeah.
a weird shit.
Yeah, I mean, in my pants.
Yeah.
I went full Jersey Jerry on him.
This is a catastrophe.
But also ammo can, shit in an ammo can.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And we have these little
Hardcore.
thing called wag bags that you like attach to an ammo can or like just a box. And that's basically kitty litter that you
There was
pee and
kitty
shit
litter
in.
in it you would poop in, yeah.
Is there like
MREs?
MREs that made you poop more than others?
No, they're actually designed to make you not poop.
But so then when you
Military's thought of
finally
everything.
do, maybe that's what happened to this person.
No,
maybe they were eating
it'd
MREs.
be much more
and-
bricky.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out Chicago.
But yeah, in New York, chaps,
Oh, yeah.
you've been in here enough to know. In New York, you see poop of all sorts, of
Oh,
all
buddy.
sizes, of all shapes and colors, consistencies. One of my favorite games is, what is that stain on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was once going down into the subway, there was a poop, there's no denying it, that was stamped so far high up on the wall. This person had to have been like 10 feet tall.
Or they-
the brain boggles.
You
at
think they
how-
threw it?
I think they had to have jumped and pushed. I don't know.
I was thinking of this the other day. Like, whenever I go home, my parents kind of live in the suburbs. It's very quiet. It's very nice. If I walked out, or my parents walked out of their house and there was just a homeless guy in the street just like jerking off,
Yeah.
they would talk about that for 2.5. They would talk about
Right.
that for the rest of their lives, and their lives would be changed. I walk outside, I see a homeless dude jerking off. I show up here, and I'm just like, oh, hey,
Anyway.
That's a
Let's-
Tuesday morning.
let's do
Yeah.
a rundown. It's weird.
Yeah.
The amount of things you're exposed to, you
Well,
have to-
did you see now, because New York City stinks about having public bathrooms, and that's part of the reason this is a problem.
Yeah.
And so guys have started putting porta-johns out in certain areas, and they just charge $1. I think
That's
near the
smart.
Brooklyn Bridge, this guy bought 2 porta potties, started charging $1 per go, and he's been making a ton of money, and now the city's mad about it. And it's like, well, do you want? My dad almost had to pee in the middle of the Brooklyn Bridge once.
Don't
No
they do that
joke.
in London? Like they'll have.
They have these toilets that
urinals?
come up
Yeah.
out of the ground
Uh-huh.
at night. It's
Like
like a
6
circle of
spots,
urinals,
yeah.
and then they go back down. I don't know. Anyway.
yeah, the city's just mad because they're like, why can't we charge people to use the
Yeah,
bathroom?
yeah,
we
yeah.
want that.
Yeah, you'll see that soon.
We'll switch it up real quick. Have you guys seen the reports that Putin pooped his pants? He fell down the
Yeah.
stairs,
Topic.
hit his tailbone, and pooped his pants.
Yeah.
Russia's saying no way, that's not true. They're also saying he doesn't have stomach cancer. He's perfectly fine.
He looks pretty yellow.
He looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
He's always looked bad, but he looks pretty fucking bad.
Do you think this is
I
just like
disagree that he's always looked bad. I think he's not bad looking.
So you
on
think
the
there's
horse.
a noticeable difference in him now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he seems frail.
And
You-
like
you don't-
he used to see him standing up and like firm handshakes.
Riding
Almost
horses
all of his
shirtless.
press now, he's sitting at a table and he's a long ways away from everybody
They're
else.
trying to
too.
FDR him almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like he's fine still.
Makes me think
Yeah.
that he can't be around any other germs because he's immunocompromised.
See, I kind of thought this was like a Cold War continuation where the America's just trying to make him look as feeble
as
and frail and
possible.
stupid as
Wow,
possible, and make him
shoot.
look weak.
But
Making
I do,
America
I
propaganda.
do like
Wow.
the idea.
Yeah.
Because remember Gun Girl, everyone was like, she pooped her pants at a party, and then that's all anyone
That-
thinks about.
Well, that was
Yes.
true.
That's, well,
Yeah.
maybe this is true
I mean-
too, but I love that that's like a tactic that works, is to say somebody pooped that, like, I heard you pooped yourself.
It's
That'll
like-
work for anyone.
There was some author that came out like a decade ago, and they were like, yeah, Hitler has a micro penis.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone's gonna be like, yeah,
he
small
does.
penis.
Yeah.
But is there really enough evidence to say Hitler had a small penis?
I think
I'm not
so.
trying to Kanye Hitler, but I'm just saying.
I think so.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
but
I mean, doing what you do, he has little dick energy, but
Big
I need
time.
physical evidence
if
before
he
I'm willing
did
to say
this,
that.
though, like, you have to get ahead of it. He should have Jersey Jerry'd it, and it's sad day. It's a bad day. Niet. Poop. Yeah, you get the idea.
I pooped myself.
Who knows?
This is a sad day. It's a bad day. This has never happened before. And I'm man enough to share it. I'm man enough. I'm man enough to share it. I don't even know how to say this. I shit myself.
But Vladimir Putin, he do be.
You do be pooping.
Yep. Speaking of fucking Russia, a lot going on in that realm right now.
What a... Oh,
The
God,
biggest
yeah,
news
duh.
of all.
I,
Big transition to Russia, and he's like, "How about that poop story?"
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not the one that's trending everywhere in the
I
United
needed
States
to talk
and the
about
world.
leaders pooping. I'm
Yeah,
more
yeah.
fascinated with that. It's like
Same.
when George Bush went over to China, I think, and just puked
Vomited
puked all over the dinner.
Yep.
We got told a story about. Are we allowed to say that?
I wouldn't.
Okay. Never mind.
Is it in the podcast?
No.
Oh, okay. Never
No.
mind. Zero Blog 30. Check it out.
Right.
Prominent politician dropping a duke in an alleyway in Italy is what I'll
Not
say.
an alleyway. The Vatican.
Oh yeah, the Vatican.
Behind the rose bushes at the Vatican.
I was
Anyway.
gonna say someone's house. Oh, the Pope's house. Yeah. He might have
Close
deserved it. Vibsy is really anti-Pope,
Yeah.
anti-America right now. Jesus. Maybe the worst trade of all time. U.S. and Russia traded Brittney Griner for, I don't know his name, I just know him as the Merchant of Death.
Victor Boot is how you say
Victor
his
Boot.
name.
He has a very good mustache. I also know that. You guys are definitely ear to the street on this. You know more than I do. No?
No, people
No,
think
it's
that.
tough
We never
to
do
know. I mean, I know Nadu has done a podcast on him before, but nobody gave a shit about this guy primarily. And I disagree that it was a bad trade because I'm a firm believer that innocent people shouldn't have to go to like a Russian prison camp for 9 years. Nobody cared about this guy. He's been in jail for 15 years. He was probably going to get out in 3 anyway. So bringing home somebody like Brittney Griner, I don't think is a bad thing. However, I wish they would have got the Marine home too. Paul Whelan has been there for a long time as well. He got 16 years, but that's tied to espionage instead of the hash. But the hash that she had, or allegedly had, that's a Russian court. So everybody's saying it's been proven in a Russian court.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think Brittney Griner deserves to be in jail for weed.
I
don't
think you
anyone
can
does.
right.
feel.
So,
I
especially
think
a
you can
Russian
feel
prison.
multiple
Right.
ways about it. I think you can be thrilled that an American is coming home from a Russian prison, and I think you can also be really disappointed that they couldn't get Paul Whelan home, and I think you can be really like appalled that this massive fucking criminal is also going free. Like, I think you don't have to feel black and white about this. I think it's like, it's amazing she's coming home, thrilled for her family, and it also.
That
Yeah, I
guy's
wish
very
Paul Whelan
dangerous.
was coming home.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I
that
know,
guy's
so-
super dangerous. He's been involved with
Yeah.
over the last 30 or 40 years, almost every major conflict that has caused American deaths, he's been involved with it. Whether it's the Taliban, Al Qaeda, Al Shabaab.
He's an evil
That's what I
arms
was gonna
dealer.
say. Yeah,
Yeah.
civil
Terrible.
wars in every country. He's dealing weapons
Right.
to those countries.
Yeah.
Uganda,
Yeah.
the Democratic Republic
For
of the
political agenda.
Congo.
So-
I also think it's funny that there's an ad for 3 in the middle of this Brittney Griner.
I mean, I
blog.
think you
Like,
need it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when she comes back, she's going to need all the 3
This is
Gs.
fucking
'Cause
Delta 9,
imagine
bro.
what you're going through, like in a Russian prison. Because it's not like I bet they don't have like the best English speakers and giving her all the information that she would need.
Large and I just talked on Twisted History about Russian prisons, And even someone was there for 9 months, and it's like, that's too long for a Russian prison.
Right.
Yeah.
We could not do that.
Terrible.
No.
Yeah, I
Or
think we
work
feel all
camp.
sorts of ways about this one, but it's tough. I hope that Paul Whelan, I hope they find a way to
So-
get him home soon. But
So Paul Whelan, obviously espionage, kind of a Cold War thing where it's like a more of a
it's
war.
like he's innocent, but they have accused him of
Espionage
this.
happens all the time in and out of war situations, but what they did, they said that he was gathering national secrets for the
Yeah.
Russian, which he probably wouldn't have access to that
Yeah, he's-
anyways.
He's probably an
Gotcha.
innocent man. He's an innocent man who's trapped in Russia.
And they do that because
even
of shit like this.
He still was able to do a few interviews after he found out that Brittney Griner was going home. And he said he's obviously very disappointed in the Biden administration that they couldn't get him home. But he said he also was aware that Russia considers him in a different tier than her.
That's
So
what I was
that's why
trying to-
he's like, and they said apparently there's but there's so much speculation going on. But from I'm trying to read the facts on it. Russia was like, we're not offering you like a 2-for-1, whatever. It's either her or it's fucking nothing. And so they went, that's what they did. And it's like, if you're her family, I don't think you care who they if like, I always just picture like if it was somebody I knew, I'd be like, okay, fuck it, send the war guy home. But again, complicated.
And the biggest thing I think
Yeah.
to take away is no one should ever say we don't negotiate with terrorists anymore. We
'Cause we sure
constantly
do.
do. I mean, the
Yeah.
same thing
Yeah.
happened with Bo Bergdahl. Whenever he was released from being captured by the Taliban for 6 years, whenever he came back, they gave 5 high-level Taliban members back in
Yeah.
exchange for him at the helicopter. And you remember that scene? I don't know if you remember that scene or not, but people were like, these are some of the worst folks. They were in Guantanamo Bay for 10 years. How could we get rid of them? We tracked these people, and they haven't done shit since then.
They were just kind of, yeah.
But
And
still,
they're probably just
but I
sitting in
also get being
Guantanamo.
fucking
Right,
furious
it's still
about
bad.
it.
Yeah,
I
he's
get
done
being
a bunch
furious
of
about
tats.
it. So
20 years. I was
would be-
surprised that he only
I-
got 20.
feel
Yeah.
pissed. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I
Vladimir
appreciate your
pooped
guys'
himself.
input. I hope everyone else does too.
And also, we don't know a whole lot about it. We're just
No.
reading the same
Yeah,
articles
we're
as everybody
So
totally
I'm
else.
assuming you
speculating.
guys know everything about it.
Yeah,
And
as soon
Jeff,
as that happens, we're like, now we're experts.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta be.
No idea.
All right, let's go from that to who's Pete Davidson fucking these days? No one. He's just friends with Eli Manning.
No, not true. He's fucking Emily
No,
Ratajkowski.
yeah, they were shown next to the at MSG, but
Mm-hmm.
they are starting a podcast together. Eli Manning and Pete Davidson. No, they have an Instagram together.
Yeah, I
A
was
podcast
so
would be
confused
amazing.
by this.
I'd rather do that.
Because I read the story. It was like Eli Manning and Pete Davidson are starting, a joint Instagram, and I thought, oh, maybe they're selling something. Maybe they're starting a podcast. But it's like, no. They literally just
Did Pete Davidson get a tattoo for?
like, am I missing something?
I honestly don't know either, but when I saw it, they're so different characters that it reminded me a little bit of the movie Twins with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just like 2 totally different personalities that are going to mesh well. Like you could see Eli, because of his goofy personality now, him and Pete Davidson getting along.
Eli looks so young, by the way.
I know.
He just looks like
Handsome.
But I don't know
Underrated
quite. I'm
handsome.
guessing some big announcement is coming soon.
Yeah, I know Pete Davidson and Machine Gun Kelly were best friends for a little bit. They probably still are, but yeah, like you said, chaps, 2 completely different people.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, maybe Eli's married, right? He's got
Yeah.
a wife and kids. Never mind.
He's
more
about
for
to
Pete.
say
More for Pete.
he's hanging out with Pete so he gets some side puss.
I'm just saying those 2 are just gonna go out in New York and just tear it up. But
Perhaps.
I've seen Eli Manning's like Hoboken view that he has looking out of the city.
Oh, I forgot he's a Hoboken man.
Yeah.
Right.
Airport baggage handlers caught on video spiking passengers' luggage.
I love it.
I just assume this happens
love
every
it,
single
yeah.
time.
Right, like that's
Yeah.
it'd be more shocking if you showed a video of it and they're like very gently
If
placing
you
it off.
showed me a video of a baggage handler actively fucking my luggage, I'd be like, yeah, of course.
Right.
That's what I pay for $30
I
for.
do not.
I mean, if
I'm
you've
not
ever been
shocked.
in a hospital when the baby's born, they're rough as shit with babies because they work with them all the time.
Baggage
Luggage,
handlers?
just like chunk those things.
But anyway, what airport is this? Where is this?
This is in
Melbourne.
Australia, yeah.
Australia. You don't expect that.
You would?
Yeah, I
They're
feel like there's not that many people over there, and
friendlier
they're
down
pretty
there.
friendly.
A little more respect down there with the fancy accents.
But yeah, I feel like you maybe got to quit your job at this point. If that's where you're
See,
at.
I don't think that's not that bad. Like you see that
They're-
every
yeah.
time you get on a plane. That's what goes on. What do you think's gonna happen?
If you're,
Well, that's
all right,
that one's a little
one
much.
was-
Yeah,
yeah,
I spoke
I
too
think
soon.
the other thing I read was they were like laughing.
I
Or,
would
like
laugh too.
smiling and like, ha ha ha, we're throwing the bags.
I feel like sometimes you gotta have a little dark humor though to get through the day. You know, you gotta
That one was a little much.
Especially if that's your job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
All right.
This man's not gonna. Yeah. This guy's not gonna have a back in like 10 years. 'cause
Yeah,
he-
well, I mean, anybody, if you freeze it halfway, like that's just setting them up to look bad.
Yeah, that's tough.
I stand by these guys. I think we all do.
If I was
Yeah.
working, 10 hours a day moving those heavy ass
Yeah.
luggage, any way that you can get them over onto the conveyor belt at that point, I think is a win.
Because if I'm packing something that's fragile, I'm doing it some other way. Like there's nothing in my bag that you can really break.
Yeah. I'm not mad at these guys.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
mad
the
at 'em either,
holidays.
yeah.
They're fucking stressed,
Right.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next, new study shows that short men have psychopathic traits.
How old are you
Short
guys?
short
How
kings
tall?
are out of control. I'm a short king. I'm like 5'9". I'm under.
Okay.
I'm
No,
way
I don't
under
think
6
that
feet.
counts as a short king.
Yeah, it
I don't
does.
think short king counts until 5'7".
I think 5'7".
I think anything under 5'10" is a short king.
Really?
Okay.
But yeah,
I mean, that's the average
that's
height
modern.
in America.
That's modern standards.
5'10".
You're thinking of 1700 standards back when everyone was like 5'5".
Well, 5'10" is what the average height is now, so we can't call that a short king.
I don't know if that's true.
I'd say under. I'm still saying under.
Okay.
So wait, you're a psychopath.
I'm a psychopath. Absolutely. I
You're
agree with that
cool.
completely.
You're
Yeah, I'm
fine.
very cool. Yeah.
But it shows that they're more likely to manipulate people. They are more narcissistic, and they show lack of empathy and antisocial behavior.
I feel like that checks out since everyone's such a dickhead to short guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of our fault if that's true.
Oh, you think I should kill myself? The bagel boss.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
5 foot. I should kill myself.
Oh yeah, Bagel Boss. That's right.
What's ever happened to Bagel Boss? I knew he got on Cameo.
Yep.
And he had a bunch of cameos for a while. And then
I
just
think
fell
he
off.
went to prison.
Probably.
I think so.
That doesn't surprise
Can you
me.
search that? I
Bagel
think he-
Boss went to prison for
I think
getting
he
in a
did.
fight with someone.
Bagel Boss prison.
Let's see. Oh, he got handcuffed.
Yeah.
He kicked a lady out of his car.
Yeah, he
He's
did some
doing all
stuff,
kinds of
yeah.
crazy shit. But you're right, as a short fella, he's getting
Yeah.
crazy. Napoleon
Napoleon
took his whole squad up to Russia in wintertime because he thought, the complex.
thought he could flex on him.
People thought he could flex on him, so who knows? Interesting.
Damn, imagine if you're the person that uploads the video of Bagel Boss like getting arrested. Like,
Yep.
honey, I was at
Immediately viral.
I was at the beach today, and
Not
Bagel Boss
really.
is
That's
getting
only
arrested.
got 1,900 views.
Love someone that wears
Right, you'd
Timbs
think
in the
there'd be
summer.
more.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Poor Bagel Boss. He's been through it.
I need to see his face ID. I don't.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
Oh, he's so.
Oh.
That's
He's
him.
so small.
Handcuffs
Ugh.
weren't needed.
Oh, you know those like tiny police cars that they have in New York?
Yeah, the little traffic.
Yeah. They're,
Put him in one of those.
no, well but they're just so funny. I was walking home one night and there was just some lady by herself, just giggling and laughing at the car. She's like, "Will you take a picture of me in front of this?" I was like, "Sure, whatever."
thing's adorable.
Welcome to New York.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that some like Swedish lady enjoyed those tiny
Was
police
tickled by
cars.
our tiny
Yeah,
police cars.
they're fun. Oh, you got arrested for marijuana use? What? What is going on?
Mm-hmm.
It's natural. It's from the earth.
Why couldn't he have gone to Russia with a little weed in his bag? Why?
He would have fucking stopped Putin in his tracks.
I feel like too, if Bagel Boss had gotten freed for a warlord, everybody would be like, "Thank God,
Right.
he's an American classic. He's such is life."
I'm thinking he's a hero to me. I just the fact I
Our
wish
culture made him that way.
I just wish I
We
knew
did
what his
that.
quote was. Oh, I should die? Because I'm 5 foot. I should die? What can I should die? Anyways, that's it. Yeah, small people are crazy. Dan Snyder, he's another one. Washington Football Club owner. All right, after show. Rico Bosco out. He's gone. Got a contract somewhere else.
Fair winds and following seas.
Yeah.
Yep.
See you
Godspeed,
later,
sir.
Rico. I'll miss him.
Chaps taking pictures from his spot.
Sitting in his desk.
Well, I just need his place. It had nothing to do with Rico. Just that spot's open.
It's-
I had even forgotten that was his desk.
There's already about 3 people laying claim to Mincy's desk. Mincy's gone next
Yeah,
week, and
that's
people
right.
are
Oh,
just
That's a hot
chomping
ticket
at the
spot.
bit to get in there. Rico's out. Company Christmas party last night.
Yeah.
Kate is doing a little Revitalite.
No free ads, but I did do a couple shots last night.
Isn't Revitalite Barstool though?
It is.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, we can do free ads on
Free
that.
ads.
Yeah.
First, I did a mom's night out shot with Marina, so she was in, and then I did a shot with Tico because Tico said, "Do a shot." pot with me? And I said, okay.
And then you have to.
And then it escalated a little bit from there. It was a fun party, though. Good
Yeah.
food.
You said you were like adult hungover this morning.
I was like adult hungover. I wasn't like done. I was like home by 10 p.m., but I went hard while I was here, and I really enjoyed myself. Good DJ. There was good music going. It's bopping around a little bit, but it was fun.
Chaps.
I was at home last
Yeah.
night, Vibs. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
enjoyed a nice little whistle pig, watched Jeopardy. The Super Champ went down. I'm not exactly caught up. I'm like 2 episodes behind.
How-
He was he had 20 straight wins, Vibs. 20 straight.
How are you holding out in Jeopardy without Alex Trebek? Because I watched it, and it's almost not unwatchable, but it's just so different.
Yeah.
At first, I wasn't in on Ken Jennings being the replacement host, but now I am. I think that
Okay.
he's settled into the role a little bit. I also like Blossom in the celebrity tournaments that she does. I
Yeah.
think that's great. But I'm turning into a Ken fan.
Okay.
Although I did say the other day, I'm a little bit tired with all the deference that's being showed to Alex Trebek. Like, I think it's happened for long enough now that every episode we don't have to be like, that's what Alex used to like. type of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Just move on.
I mean, I feel like we're gonna, not to put that in the universe, but Bob Barker.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
I guess when Bob Barker, that's already
We're going
happened.
to get
He's
roasted
gone.
for so many takes on
Wait,
this
he is?
episode.
No, he's not dead. He's not dead. But he retired.
Yeah. Oh.
But I feel like Drew Carey kind of got the same thing whenever it was like,
Oh, yeah, when he took
it's so
over
hard
for-
to replace Bob Barker. Like those shoes
Yeah.
are so
But
big.
Drew Carey got skinny too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hair again.
Big weekend coming up. Army-Navy game.
Yep.
The college football show is going to be there on Saturday. So if you're in the Philly area, come out, bring your signs. And also, Friday night, Barstool Sansom in Philly. We're doing a Barstool happy hour. Rough N Rowdy is going to be playing on the TVs, 8 to 10 p.m. High noons. The nooners are going to be flying around. And I'm really looking forward to it. We've been to every Army-Navy game for the past, 6 years now.
I
probably.
didn't get to go to the one that you did at West Point. Where
Oh
I-
yeah, West Point. So I've been to the last 6 years. It's the first place I ever met these guys was because I lived near the stadium and I had started doing social media for them. And they're like, well, come actually meet us. And it was at the Army-Navy game. I met you, Cons, Francis, Dave, Big Cat, and I walk on the Barstool bus and there's a Medal of Honor recipient shotgunning a beer. And I was like, so this is Barstool, okay. I got it now. So I fucking love Army-Navy weekend. I feel like it showcases the best of what America has, man. I do fucking love it.
The only thing annoying about it is Connor.
Yeah, he's so
it's
into the
fucking
football
terrible.
aspect.
He's too into it.
A
I'm just there to
month
party.
before, he's like, we're about a month out from Army Navy. It's ridiculous.
I was with him last weekend. It's all he talked about.
Yeah,
But I
you
love
go
seeing the
nuts.
cadets and the midshipmen. It gives me chills. I fucking love it.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
do
looking
too.
forward to that.
He's like, you just don't understand the vibes, brother. And I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite sports memories was there because Kate and I were standing together, and they have the 2 student sections that right next to it. They're butted up next to each other, and Army had lost 14 straight years in a row. A lot of people call that the Connor curse because it started when he was a freshman. I don't, but a lot of people do.
People
So
do
we
say
were
that.
right in the middle of the 2 student sections, and when Army took the lead at the end of the game, Navy sounded so fucking sad, and all their faces were dropped, and the Army folks were going absolutely bananas behind us, and they came over the railing and all that stuff. It was crazy.
You were talking about the last one you went to, or the one that they didn't go to. Was that the snow one?
At West Point, it was the one that, because of COVID, it was only students.
Yeah.
Nobody else was allowed, but I got to go,
Yeah.
thanks to Cons and Barstool. And so it was foggy up at that stadium in West Point in the mountains. President Trump was there. It was a neat, it was a cool experience.
That was the first time since World War II that they had
that
done
they
it
had
at
done
the
it up
stadiums,
there. And so it was just a really cool experience.
The Chaps did a dog walk on stadiums and venues, and West Point Stadium is up there for me. I know it doesn't have the seating capacity, but what a cool place to play. You got the river, you got the woods and
Yeah.
everything. Who are you guys taking in the game? Who's winning?
Navy all the way.
Yeah, I was
Marine
a Navy
Corps
too, yeah.
buddy, I guess as they say in the
Overall, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I do. It's one of those games where I just hope everyone has a great time.
Yeah.
I fucking love the vibe of the
Yeah.
whole thing. So, but go Navy.
Yeah, go Navy. I'm with you. I'm with you on the go
go.
Navy. Rough N Rowdy, as you said, is this
Let's go,
Friday.
O'Malley.
Grace O'Malley versus
Yep.
the Cajun Punisher. Grace O'Malley all day. Bobby Lang versus Pac-Man Jones. They're fighting again. I believe Bobby Lang beat him last time. Bobby Lang dropped a ton of weight to
Yeah, he
fight
did.
him, and I think
Oh, he did?
Bobby Lang's putting on weight this time. And then, of course, the Abel brothers, who are wild people.
Larger than life, some say.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite storyline.
I'm down here with the Abel brothers. 2 great fights tonight. Pittsburgh legends, both of you guys. You both asked for money from Dave Portnoy. I want you guys to decide who deserves the money more.
Dude, we're twins, double dip, Dave. Open up the checkbook. You couldn't even make it in time for my fight. You at least owe me $500 for that.
From I mean, those guys are just. I want to put a GoPro on their heads and
I
just
wish
follow
our
their
guy
lives.
Trailer Park was back,
I know.
showing
But
off his new teeth. I mean, I understand. You got to keep those careful.
at this point too, it's been going on so long. Like I do have I'm attached to a lot of these fighters. Like I am
Yeah.
upset. Like I love it. So it's
Yeah,
gonna be a great way to
you've
kick
been
off
around
the
since
weekend.
both of you have been around since day one for these.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I always love Rough N Rowdy. Highly recommend. You can get buyrnr.com.
Yeah.
And there's a crazy deal. Isn't that deal still going on where you get like $80 from the different brands from Barstool too? Like you spend 30, you get 80. Like there was
Sure.
I don't
like
know.
a $20 gift certificate to Stella Blue, all kinds of
I don't
stuff.
I know. Yeah, I know there was also one where I don't even know. Yeah, go check it out.
Maybe go
There's probably
find
a deal
out.
on
We
there
don't
for
know.
you.
I don't
So
know.
while you're there, go buy a shirt. That's it.
All
Go
right.
Navy.
Go
Chaps,
Navy.
thanks
Go
for coming.
Navy, yeah.
Good
If
to
you're
see
in
you in the
Philly,
city.
see you this weekend.
Stella Blue. Thanks, everyone.